to another episode of Road to the Draft. It's been a bit of a wait, I know. We've been to Melbourne, there's a bit of content there coming out. We've got so much going on. We were heading to Freo Oval today, but we got kicked out by the juniors. It's like they don't know the calibre of guest we've got on, and the calibre is huge. This bloke has been playing league all year, had a little break so he can play some state footy. We're in the middle of state champs right now. South Freo's Steely Green. Steely, get in here, mate. Yeah, Steely, mate, how are you?
Good, yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks. Now, obviously, we're halfway through state champs. You've taken on two sides. Unfortunately, 2 losses. Are you ready to be handed a third today?
No, probably not. I think you should be the one being a bit worried about it. I've brought my A game today, so it should be fun.
Okay, and as far as like the nerves heading into state games, what were you more nervous about? Lining up against Vic Metro for this first state game, or coming down here and knowing you're going to have to take on an experienced guest who's taken down a lot of very good players?
Yeah, well, I was watching the Jack Cleaver one the other night, and I did see he went down, so I'm a bit nervous. But yeah, we should see how we go today.
All right, let's get into it then. Now, Steely, obviously, you're a tenacious bull. You like to hurt people, and unfortunately, you're not going to be able to hurt me because you'll only end up hurting yourself. But I know you do have a little bit of a drill for us, a bit of ground ball stuff. What are we going to be doing?
Yeah, so we're going to start by, I'm just going to kick it out, and then from there, you're going to pick it up with a ground ball, and then you're going to try to kick the goal, but I'm going to try to defend you and stop you from kicking the goal.
I'll make sure I take it easy on you. On your back. We're going to need a real big break between these. You're on this one, so feel free to just body me to the ground.
Okay.
So feel free to just body me to the ground.
Okay.
In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have tried covering the boundary thinking he was going to run there. That's an easy mistake that we all make. I just want to keep him fresh when I fucking pound him in that next one. Oh. Alright, so we can start from after that one. Yeah, let the first couple just... Probably lucky for Steely that we did get told to rack off from Freo Oval, because as I've said, 2 charity games there, 1 best on ground, 1 absolutely robbed at best on ground. I'm going to make sure I'm not robbed of anything here. I'm taking this game at pig, and I'm taking Steely for everything he's worth. Oh, there we go now, boys.
This bloke's probably got one of the worst tattoos I've ever seen in my life.
A lot of work's gone into these legs. Feel that. You can't feel it, but just imagine you're feeling it. That's 110% muscle.
Is it?
Nothing else. No, don't you feel it? Skills drill, knocked off. I'd say that was pretty even, pretty 50-50. I'd say it's tough to split who's the better footballer from there. Kick to kick, got done, legs warm. Again, tough to split who's got the better boot on them. I'd say, you know, we both made mistakes, but that's football for you. Into the game of pick. There's no 50-50s here. You either win or you don't. How are you feeling?
No, I must say I'm pretty nervous. Especially watching, probably wasn't a good idea watching the Jack Cleaver video.
Yeah.
It got pretty chopped up, so yeah, pretty nervous.
Yeah, in this housing market, I'm glad I can live rent free in these boys' heads. Steely, again, you've had some pretty intimidating things this year. You've played your first league game, gone on to play many. Lining up against Vic Metro, against the Allies in state footy. Where would you say, in terms of like on a 1 to 100 level of nerves, where does this rank
pretty highly, probably like an 80.
Yeah.
I would say this is pretty high up there, but yeah. I wish you good luck because you're going to get it.
You too. Let's get in this.
Alright, bit of an angle, straight in front. I'm going to start off with something pretty easy. I mean, I'm just looking out for the bloke.
Did we catch that on camera? I'd never tell Steely to his face. In fact, I basically gave him the Jackson Broadbent to Lewis Hayes trade and told him to get ready for a bath. But this frightens me more than if he slotted one from the boundary. Because not only could I get a letter to my name, but I could also really embarrass myself. Oh no! Yeah, if that chopper wasn't there, I reckon I would have been on, just distracted me last minute. Yeah, I missed that first drop punt, probably because it was a bit too easy. As I said, pretty embarrassing. But again, Steely doesn't have to know that, and he'll see this later. So I'm going to put on a front, and I'm just going to get in his own head. Let him think that I missed that, just to give him a bit of confidence, lull him into a false sense of security. Oh no. Same with that one, I also missed that to lull him into a false sense of security.
Alright, bit of a tough angle. Hopefully swing it to the left. See how we go.
Alright, the sun was out when I took my hoodie off. I just feel a bit stupid now. I was going to say sun's out, guns out, but now I just feel like I'm showing off for nothing. Oh! Doesn't matter how you kick him. Drop punt's most overrated kick in the game. As you can tell, if anything, my muscles are probably getting too big, which is why I'm struggling to kick it right. Blessing and a curse, I guess, but we'll see if it's affecting the snap. A little bit, but got the job done, baby.
That's probably the two biggest flukes I've seen in my life. You just go back to basics, hopefully slot this one. That's a goal. That's a goal. That's a goal. Now let him do that again. I was talking way too much shit.
I think the muscles are intimidating him. I think he's scared.
You've seen it first.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't think we're going to count that. Steely thinks he can get by on these little flashy tricks, you know. You're not going to do that in a game, mate. Don't bother bringing that shit here. I'm just doing the game stuff because that's what I do, performing game. Oh! I don't even have words. Why haven't I been picked up yet? It's fucking outrageous.
Oh, I'll give him that one. That was pretty good. Hopefully he can back it up.
Any good at kicking barrels?
The best, mate.
I think that's second best.
Hang on, it's not rolling. No, what are you doing?
Nah, get rid of it.
Alright, I think we just go back to the basics. Get this over done with.
Right, Steely, I don't know if you actually knew you won at the time because you didn't really celebrate much. It is really cause for celebrations after some of the form I've been in as of late in Perth. How do you feel about that win?
Look, yeah, a bit humble, so nothing major, just another win really. Hopefully we can bring that into the weekend, but yeah, good luck for next guest.
Nah, it honestly hurts more when they don't celebrate. I wanted to give you boys just a win heading into the weekend, so hopefully you can carry on that form against country.
Cheers, thank you.
Alright, wrap up. Real intense stuff.
Yeah, born ready.
Like I'm going to ask you about like childhood trauma, all that sort of stuff, so just get ready to open up. We rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Managed to just get the job done out there. I feel like You know, the score wasn't probably reflective of how close it was. The word fluke comes to mind with a lot of your kicks. As far as your footy goes, you know, we saw a bit of you out there, but in your own words, for the people who don't know, tell us about the position or positions you play on the footy field and what you do on the footy field that's, you know, made you a draft prospect.
Yeah, look, I think I like playing anywhere, wherever I get given. I'm clean hands, first give, stuff like that. I think that's what get me really far this season.
And as far as, I guess, your draft stocks go, not to say that you were a nobody last year, but you've really risen up. You know, you've been playing league throughout all of this year. Round one, you're in the league side, and then, you know, on top of that, you've got your state footy as well, where the side may not be going well, but you've still been performing really well. In terms of your draft chances, you know, when was it that it sort of clicked for you that, you know, the draft was a possibility for you?
Yeah, so end of last year I was, like you said, Colts averaging like 8 touches, missing a couple games. Decided to turn it on pre-season, just train hard, do all the basics, do all the little things, contact big names like players down at South and really talk to them and find key information. And then, just scouted from there and then been pretty good, so pretty happy so far. Yeah,
and as far as going into league footy, you know, coming off of that Colts year you had last year, what's that step up like? What's it been like having to take on those bigger bodies?
Yeah, so boys down south pretty rowdy, so get around me. So look, I think our trainings sort of perform as our games. So the harder we train, the more game like it is. So I think I was ready for the bigger bodies during pre-season anyway.
Do you feel like it gives you an advantage all heading down to state footy? And it's just as a whole, how has state footy been? You know, we're 2 games in, 2 games to go. How have you found that transition into playing with the state boys and playing against the best players your own age in the country?
Yeah, it's a bit different. League boys, everyone's just there to win. Same as the state boys, we're all there to win. We're all humble. We're all trying to chase the field. But something just hasn't quite clicked yet. I think this game this weekend is really the one to watch because we're all as one now, which is good.
Yep, and as far as the rest of the year goes, you know, the 2 state games, a hopeful combine, we've got the rest of the waffle season to go. Is there anything in particular you want to focus on for the rest of the year, or aspects of your game you really want to improve on, or is it just a matter of keeping up with how you're going and keeping up this form into the draft?
Yeah, I think so far just to tick off all the games, play well. I think just take game by game and take everything on with 2 hands.
Yep, and just finally, obviously, you gave me the update that we actually played against each other last year, Winnicott versus Kenwick. We won't talk about how that game ended up because it probably wasn't good for us. But, you know, you come in there, that's probably some of the toughest footy you've ever played coming up against the Kenwick boys. How have you found having to, you know, play state footy, league footy? Does it feel much easier now that you've taken on the Mighty Royals?
Yeah, definitely. They were a bit rough, so I like it a lot.
That's about as good a compliment as Kenwick gets, really. It's been great to have you on, mate. I wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season and the rest of these state games.
Cheers, same here.
All right, you beauty.